Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Benares in northern India, there ruled a king named Brahmadatta. In his royal stables lived a mighty horse from the land of Sindh, a region in the Indus River valley of western India. This horse was no ordinary steed. He was wise and intelligent, known to all as Knowing One. His remarkable ability to understand his rider's wishes even before they were spoken made him the most esteemed of all the royal horses. Knowing One was treated with the utmost care and respect, his stall always clean and beautifully adorned. He was loyal to his king, grateful for the care he received, and above all, he was brave. King Brahmadatta trusted him deeply, knowing that Knowing One would do anything to protect the kingdom. One day, a grave threat arose. 7 neighboring kings united their forces to wage war on Benares. They brought with them vast armies of elephants, horses, chariots, and foot soldiers, surrounding the city and demanding its surrender. King Brahmadatta consulted his advisors, who urged him not to surrender, but to send a champion knight to face the invaders. The knight, however, insisted that victory was only possible if he rode the bravest and wisest of the royal horses. Knowing One. The king agreed, placing the fate of the kingdom in the hands of the knight and his loyal horse. Knowing One understood the gravity of the situation. He thought to himself, "These kings and their armies threaten my king and my people. I cannot allow them to win, but I also cannot take part in the killing of others. I will find a new way, a way of peace. I will capture all 7 kings without shedding a drop of blood." He communicated his plan to the knight, saying, "Let us win this battle without destroying life. Capture each king, one by one, and trust me to lead the way. I will show you a courage that transcends the old ways of war." With these words, Knowing One seemed to grow even more majestic. He charged into the midst of the enemy armies, his strength and speed unmatched. The elephants retreated in fear, the horse cavalry and chariot brigades stood still in awe, and the foot soldiers scattered like leaves in the wind. One by one, Knowing One and the knight captured the first 6 kings and brought them back to Benares. But as they pursued the 7th king, a loyal bodyguard of the king struck a deep wound into Knowing One's side. Despite the pain and the flow of blood, the brave horse continued, bringing the 6th king safely to the city. The knight, seeing the severe wound, lost his courage. He began preparing another horse for battle, but Knowing One, despite his pain, urged him to continue. "The 7th king is the mightiest of all," he said. "Only I can pass through his armies unharmed. Do not abandon the path of peace now." Reinvigorated by the horse's words, the knight mounted Knowing One once more. The horse, though gravely wounded, charged through the final army and captured the 7th king. The sight of their 7 captured rulers led the invading armies to lay down their weapons and beg for peace. Knowing One, knowing his end was near, made a final request to King Brahmadatta: "Do not kill these kings, even though they wronged you. A bloody victory only sows the seeds of future wars. Forgive them, let them return to their kingdoms, and may peace prevail. Be generous, honor the truth, and rule with justice and compassion." With these words, the great horse Knowing One closed his eyes and took his last breath. The king, filled with sorrow, wept for his loyal friend. The body of Knowing One was honored with the highest respects, and the 7 kings, moved by his noble sacrifice, vowed never to wage war against Benares again. The moral of this story is simple yet profound. True peace is only won by peaceful means.